Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I just got up. I just made myself my first pot of coffee. Oh, that's good. Yes, I slurped it in your ear. Aries 2204 is playing his Udes 1516, tier 10, Swedish medium tank. A beast, beautiful tank. I researched it. I haven't played it yet. I've got to tier 9. I've made it to tier 9 in a lot of tanks. I've not bought the tier 10s in a lot of lines because I can't afford them yet. He is trying his best to get up on top of the hill, but his teammates are making it almost impossible for him because that's how things happen. Can he take a shot on the move? Yeah. The delayed reaction. The shot hit before. Team just does not want him to get up on the hill. Don't go. We don't want to win. Stop. Let me get in your way. Let me push you on purpose. Let me bump you. And all he has to do now is kill the enemies that somehow made it up there from the south spawn, even though it was a longer distance for them. I'm tired. Can you tell I'm tired, guys? I'm tired. I haven't had the coffee yet. I just made it. Let's enjoy this fantastic game. He's going to have an absolutely amazing result. He's going to play the Udes 1516 exactly how it should be played, using its gun depression and optimal positioning. And I'm just tired. I'm tired of it all, my friends. How are you guys all doing in the different places in the world that you are watching from? I was just exchanging messages and then speaking to my parents who are in Ontario right now in Canada, who are in complete total lockdown now. Just a complete shit show of a lockdown. The whole country in disarray, pretty much, because we're every day it's more bad news. Everything you hear in the media and on the social networks and the basically the news, the government-funded news, the CBC. It's dismal every day. It's the play-by-play of every bad possible thing. The whole medical system could implode. Life as we know it is going to end. There's new variants are they're here and they're everywhere. If you've had your there's people catching the virus even though they've been vaccinated. There's even though if you've had your 2 shots, you should still wear 2 masks. Just on and on and on and on and on. Just one bad story after another. It just never stops. From our leaders, just a constant recap of all the potentially bad things that are happening. That's all we hear. I don't hear any. It's funny. I don't hear any like this is our plan. This is what we're gonna do, and this is the way forward. I don't hear any of that. All I hear is a recap of all the 10 worst things that could possibly happen every day. And it's really grinding on my parents who are they're in their 80s. They've had their shots. They've had their vaccines for this virus. But they're locked in their apartment. The lobby of their condo complex has no furniture because the condo managers have deemed that it's unsafe for all the people that live there, that 90% of them that have been vaccinated can't sit in the lobby on couches because that's too dangerous. Now we're told by our health officials that even when everyone's vaccinated, and that doesn't mean that the fight is over, and we may still have to lock down and wear masks and on and on and on and on and on. The bees are coming, the locusts, the ozone layer. It's just fucking grinding on me. So I'm tired, and that's why I'm not doing a World of Tanks commentary right now. And I know, guys, I'm not a denier. I'm not a anti-sciencer. I consider myself fairly educated, and I've done everything right. I've done everything I've been told. When I go out, I wear a mask. When I go visit my parents, a couple of times I've gone, I wouldn't fly for fear of catching something while I'm on the plane and then exposing them in their 80s. So I drove across the country, sleeping in the back of my truck. I've avoided, I've done everything that I've been told. You know, at the beginning we were told, but don't worry about it, masks aren't, they're not really effective. And a little while later they changed their mind and said, yeah, probably you should wear a mask. Then they changed their mind, they said, yeah, you have to wear a mask. And now they're telling us, well, you have to wear 2 masks. And I've done it all. Even when they told us that they didn't work, I wore it. I've got to take, here's the thing. I'm tired, I know. This isn't a scripted video, I apologize. Talking to my mom on the phone. Remember, she's in her 80s. When she was born, or when she was a little girl, she was, the Second World War was going on. She didn't have any food. She lived in a small village where some American paratroopers landed as the Allies were retaking Europe, and they got blown off course and landed in the cornfield where my mom's parents lived, and they were detached from their regiment or whatever platoon, and my mom's family hid them in a barn for like 3 weeks and fed them and made clothing out of their parachutes because they didn't have any material and stuff, and, which was a mistake because then some Nazis noticed some of the locals walking around with shirts made out of parachute material, and they kind of caught on and did the search. And I remember my mom telling me that if she was the little girl, they used to send her, because they hid these American paratroopers. It was a couple of miles out in the field in this barn that they kept hay. They would send my mom to bring them food because she was a little girl and would be suspicious if an adult was going out there every day. But it was okay if a little girl on her bicycle would go. No one would question that. So she was the one that brought them food. And then one day, abruptly, when she was ready to take her daily trip with her basket and bicycle to bring food to these American paratroopers, her mom told her that you don't have to go today. You don't have to go anymore. She said, why? Why don't I have to go anymore? And her mom didn't sugarcoat it. Her mom told her. The Nazis found them and took them away. And so she understood. They were living through the Second World War. They understood adversity. They understood what was going on. There was no sugarcoating. And she told me the story again. She's told me the story numerous times as she reminisces. She told me again on the phone just now. And then she says to me, when she was a little girl, she was a prisoner in her town, and life was hard. Then she had a normal life, and now that she's old and retired in her apartment, she's a prisoner again. Now she's being told she's never allowed to go out again. She's done everything that the government's told her. She wears her mask and does it. She's got her shot. She followed all the rules, and now she says, well, now I'm a prisoner here. She asked. She said, well, I've had my vaccine. I'm wearing a mask. Why am I not allowed to go out? I'm not afraid of going out now. I wasn't afraid to bring food to the American paratroopers that were hiding in the barn when we were occupied in our village with Nazis with guns that were watching us. I didn't have to stay home then. So what do you say? What do you say? I just, of course, listened, and we had a chat. And this is life now, right? This is life. This is what's going on. With no end in sight, no plan, no capability of articulating a plan, just constant fear mongering and reciting the latest bad news every day, the top 10 bad things that we could possibly talk about, on and on and on in the media all day. That's all we get. And that really grinds on guys. I'm sitting here in my basement making a YouTube video, so for me it's not that things haven't changed much. But for the older people, the older generation that I guess sacrificed themselves and built our nations, and they're having a hard time. I don't know. I hope. Fuck hope. Hope has nothing to do with it. Hope is what you have when you don't have a plan. We need a plan and a way forward. But let me know how you guys are all doing wherever you're from. There has to be a better way than this, because we can't just keep doing what we're doing here in Canada, which is nothing. Just sitting around locked up, and things get a little better. Okay, you can venture out for a little while. Oh, things are getting worse. You're locked up. Oh, things are getting better. You can venture out a bit. Oh, things are getting worse. You're locked up. Like someone's got to come up with a smarter plan than that. Let me know. Don't let me know anything. Whatever. Well, Mama said Klaus's channel was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, and that's what you get today, because that's the mood I'm in today. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Stay strong, stay safe, and I hope freedom comes to all of us soon.